So, welcome to whatever Joshua explanation again. So today we're talking about our last explorer, zhenghe. Zhenghe could be the most famous Chinese settler in the world, and there's some people saying that zhenghe have actually been to America earlier than Columbus, but there's no proof and no evidence to prove that's true that zhenghe have ever been to America. So zhenghe, basic information. So zhenghe was born in 1371 in Yunnan. His original name was Ma He. Zhenghe, this name was actually being named by the empire, which is the empire Yongle the Zhudi. Well, I will talk about Yongle later on. So his ancestors were Persians and he was Muslim. And both his father and his grandfather have already went to Mecca, the Holy Land Mecca for once already. And when he was 10, his homeland was taken over by the Ming's army. So what happened now is zhenghe was born in the time of the changing dynasty of Mongolians and the Ming dynasty. So 3 years before he was born, Mongolians were defeated by empire, the new empire of the Ming dynasty. So then Mongolians run away to near where today Mongolian were here, like the north of China. There's some place that Ming's dynasty didn't take it over yet. For example, the Yunnan. So now, 13 years later, the Ming army take over Yunnan from the Mongolian. His father was killed during the battle and he was captured. Okay, so he was forced to become a eunuch, which means someone used a sword and chop off the thingy of zhenghe, the peanuts. So zhenghe lose the ability to have to make a baby with another people. Yeah. And he became a servant of Zhudi, which is the third empire of the Ming dynasty. I will talk about later. And at that time, Zhudi is still a prince, so eunuchs were being used as the servant of the royal family because the empire and prince they afraid that their people, like their wives, ancient people have lots of wives, so they're afraid that their wives were raped or having some not appropriate relationship with those servants. So eunuch or exist. So the eunuch are the people who lost the sexual ability. So the men without sexual ability could do man work and without afraid that they would did something with your family and stuff. So he became a servant of Zhudi. And now I'm going to introduce Empire Zhudi. So he could be one of the greatest empire in Ming Dynasty. During his time, his empire was safe and rich. Why? I will tell you later. He was the fourth son of the Hongwu Empire. Hongwu Empire are the first empire of Ming Dynasty. The Hongwu Empire was the one who created Ming Dynasty. Wait here. So, he was the fourth son of Hongwu Empire. How did he became empire? Like, seriously, like normally when the empire gave the throne to his first son, and then the first son gave the empire to his first son, and on. Like brothers never have like chances, and even if Judy murdered his brother, like why he is the third empire and not the second? Simply because Hongwu Empire extremely loved his first son, even though his first son was dead. Well, Hongwu Empire was he lived for a long time. He died at the age of 71. So before he died, his first son already received that he left the world before Hongwu Empire even dead. So the normally second prince, well, the second son of the Hongwu Empire would take the throne. But Hongwu Empire loved his first son too much, so then he gave the crown, the throne, to the son of the first son. Sounds ridiculous, right? Correct. So after Hongwu Empire were dead, um, his his grandson take the throne, and at this time, Judy, well, obviously he doesn't feel good. Like, seriously, I'm going to listen to a comment of a wimpy kid. And by the way, Judy were basically the greatest prince of all Hongwu Empire, of all prince of Hongwu Empire, because Judy was being well, the Ming Dynasty Empire were being divided into pieces by the Hongwu Empire, and Judy got parts of the empire that are on the north, which is exactly the side of the territory of Mongolian, which means Judy have to fight the Mongolian all time. And good luck. Fortunately, Judy, who was very good at military, good at fighting, so the Home Empire says, "Okay, good. Since Judy, you're so good at fighting, I will go have my other business, and how about you handle the Mongolians? See, I'm going to sleep." So Judy was in the army, and he served well, and he wins a lot, and he was a pretty perfect commander. And so when he gets to the time that Hongwu Empire died and our dear grandson became the empire, uh, obviously obviously he doesn't feel good. It's like, I am protecting your empire all the time, and you gave the throne to the wimpy kid. Seriously, hey dad, what the heck is going on? So he doesn't feel good. And another thing the new empire did was incorrect. So the empire listened to the the learnings of his teachers, and his teachers were saying that the kings, his uncles, were bad or something. So whatever his teacher tell him to, he should make his throne stronger by taking back the lands of his uncles. So his uncles were being knighted as king. So now his teacher tell him to take the take the fame of the king back. So he which means make his uncle not king anymore. So then he listened to his teachers, and so then he do what he says. On the first year, he did pretty good. He take from 5 king, and then the next time he put and he tried to deal with Judy. Well, Judy was not as easy as he thought. So the people who he sent to capture Judy were defeated, killed easily, and then Judy used the reasons of protecting the empire. He's saying that the empire's teachers were the bad guys, and now he's going to kill the bad guys, so he attacked. And so then war started, and people attack and attack and attack, fight each other. Years later, Judy gave up the he gave up the battle. So if he basically he take his army away from the army of the empire, and he go straightly to the the capital of the Ming Dynasty, which means he left the emperor army to attack his own capital, and then he go attack the enemy's capital using basically half the year, and go and became the empire. So then Judy, after years of war, he became the new empire. Well, his nephew is pretty poor. His nephew only became the king for like basically 4 years. So then he became empire. Well, as I said, third emperor of the Ming Dynasty, born 1360 and died 1424. He is the builder of the Palace Museum in Beijing. So, which is the palace of the Ming Dynasty and the Qing Dynasty. Part of it is being destroyed, and it's in Beijing still now. If you want, you can go on Google and type Palace Museum in Beijing. It could show you the picture of the palace. And he's also the writer of Zhenghe, encyclopedia or something, whatever. Well, technically he didn't wrote it, but he ordered people to wrote it. Well, from here you can see like how rich and awesome his the time he was being empire, because Yongle Dadian being calculated as it being wrote. It has a bunch of information in it, and containing about 8,000 kinds of different books and 22,877. This is only like, how should I say, 77 volume. It's not even chapter yet, volume. And about like 300 billion, or 300 million words. And you can see like how great it is. So at that time, like and at that time there's no such a thing called printer. Well, like even your printing is pretty hard. Takes lots of time. And he's been hiring people, lots of people to wrote the book, and you hire people to build the palace. You can, as from this part, you can see that if Judy's time was if Judy's empire was in not a good economic time, like this cost, like would be impossible. Like it's not gonna happen. Voyage start here. So our new empire Yongle was extremely ambitious. So first he extended the Great Wall built by the first empire in the China history. And then he built a new capital, which is basically the palace. And then I didn't wrote it here, so he conquered Vietnam and start attacking Japan and stuff. And then he created a fleet of containing 3,500 ships. And zhenghe became the supervisors and the commander of the fleet. And so some of his ships were largest ship in the world. So for example, this one, like right over here, this is basically a 9 voyage ship, and about 400 feet long, and the Santa Maria of Columbus is only 85 feet long. So you can see the difference between well, the big ship than the small ship. And his first voyage was between 1405 to 1407 with 60 to 400 feet long ship and other 200 various size ship. So actually a pretty big fleet. And they bring food, equipment, and 28,000 armed troopers. So zhenghe has traveled through the South China and the East India Ocean. He visited India and come back, and he also go visit some countries and island on the way through India. And he bring gift from the Emperor Yongle to the rulers of countries and islands. And the 228 troops, 28,000 troops are for self-defense, but not for conquering other people, as they proclaim that they are here for peace. On the way back, zhenghe have a battle with the pirates. So what happened is the pirates leader are saying that we're going to surrender, and then while they are saying surrendering, they suddenly just start running and basically betray zhenghe. And so then zhenghe have a battle with them, easily won, and kill 5,000 soldiers and leaders were being captured and sent back to the capital to be executed. More tripped. So then zhenghe have more trips before Emperor Yongle was dead. For example, the trip to Hormuz, which, yeah, look at the picture. And the trip to Persian Gulf, again, look at the picture. And trip to the Eastern Africa, yeah, I'm sure you know where Africa is. So there are a few more. There's about 5 more. And well, during this time, he also went to Mecca and finished the Hajj. So Muslim has to visit the Holy Land Mecca once before his death. That's the rule of being the Muslim and stuff. Sorry, he's yeah. All right, our farewell, our great soldier. So end of the zhenghe. So zhenghe has his final voyage in 1431 to 1433. So Empire Yongle were dead for 7 years, and then at this time zhenghe has a final voyage, and he was dead because of illness on the way back from the India and buried in India coast. And well, some of his descendants and people says that he died in China like years later. He like safely returned from the voyage, but some people say he died on the sea.